Stop wondering if therapy is working and start measuring it. How? Show you in this video. If you are in therapy and you're unsure if it is worth it, sometimes it's a good session, sometimes you keep talking about the same thing, and all in all, not much seems to be changing in life, this video is for you. By the end of it, you will know exactly what to do to find out if therapy is working for you. What most people don't realize is that it is scientifically proven that keeping track of progress improves goal achievement. We know it in sports. We measure everything to milliseconds. We know it in business. Every dollar matters in the bottom line. And now we start knowing it in therapy as well. Do you know what the American Psychological Association found? Regular self-monitoring significantly improves target behavior and outcomes, making people up to 70% more likely to achieve goals. Did you hear that? 70%. These are some dramatic gains that people who track progress in therapy gain compared to those who don't. So if you are missing out on those, stick around until the end of the video. We're gonna fix it. But before we dive in, why should you even listen to me? Because I've been there, I've done it. I've spent decades of my life, since 12 years old, panic attacks, anxiety, depression, bulimia, and I made it out. I overcame it. There is none of it in my system right now. I'm happy, I'm chilled, I'm relaxed, I'm enjoying life. And if somebody said that to me 5 years ago, after so many decades of that being the only way of being, I wouldn't have believed them. So I know how the steps work. And I'm also guiding other people through that process. I work as an EFT practitioner. And I have countless examples of client stories to tell you to back every point that I'm telling you. And I know what you might be thinking. Is it tracking the therapist jobs? I'm paying the therapist so much money. Yes. To a good degree, it is. With my clients, I track progress. I know exactly what is being achieved. But the reality out there is that the majority of therapists, they don't. Nobody tracks. And even the ones who do, they use standardized questionnaires that are not good enough to get you in control of what is really happening. So yes, I track progress with my clients, but despite that, I insist and I train them to track progress themselves. Why? Listen to this. This is important stuff. Because the brain has a really bad habit called hindsight bias. Picture this. You're driving, it's morning, you're driving to work. You have plenty of things to take care of. You need to pick up the kids afterwards, go home. And all of a sudden, as you're driving, you get a flat tire. Boom. You cannot move on with your day. Now let's imagine that you don't know how to change a tire. Okay. In that moment, you would give anybody £100 if they were capable of solving your problem. Your car gets pulled over to the mechanic, and he brings his tools. Under 30 seconds, your tire is changed, £100. And that is the moment where your brain most likely will think, really, just for a few seconds work, this guy demands £100. Why? What did your brain do? Half an hour ago, you could gladfully give this money. Now, all of a sudden, after the problem was solved, it looks like that's too much for what he did. In reality, what happened is when you had your problem, your brain was willing to pay to get it solved. But once the problem got solved, the brain boxed it in one place in the mind where things are ticked off, clear, absolutely no problem, saves energy, clears memory. So now the brain doesn't recognize the pain anymore. It doesn't need it. And all of a sudden, this is too much money for a tiny problem, but it wasn't as tiny before. Okay, that's called the hindsight bias, or I knew it all along phenomenon. And let me tell you how that plays out in therapy, because it happened to me 2 days ago. I have this lady, she's in her late 60s, and financially she's being taken care of by her family. She is an artist. She's making these beautiful lamps, and she wants to go out there, speak to specific antique shops, start selling her art, not least to make some money to cover her expenses. So she comes to the session and she says, look, I really want to do this. I need to do this, but just taking myself there, it's too stressful. It's too stressful. I said, all right. I said, close your eyes and imagine going to the shops right now. Right now, you have to pick up your lamps and go to the shops. How stressed are you? Oh, I can't do it. 8 out of 10. Very good. We do an EFT tapping session. We went to find that specific fear of rejection, low self-esteem. We cleared it out of the system. We come back to the now. 60 minutes later, I say, okay, what if I told you, close your eyes? What if I told you you have to go to the shops now and pitch your products? Are you still stressed at an 8? She looks at me and says, yes, yes, it's still an 8. I was like, oh, wow. So what is it exactly the same as before? She says, yes, the intensity is still the same, but it's not about going out there and pitching my products because my products are amazing. It's about what they're going to ask me next is PayPal account and tax stuff and social, and I cannot do it, so I cannot do it. This woman could not register the fact that all of a sudden she's not afraid to take the first step. It's the second step that stresses her out. Her brain dealt with step one. She actually felt more confident doing it. She felt confident doing it. So she parked that and focused on the next problem. And the progress that she made within 60 minutes didn't even register. So what I'm trying to help you understand is that progress happens in little steps. But those steps are not intuitive steps. And unless you know what you're looking for, you will never even see it, even if it's happening. And you will start losing hope, even when you're actually progressing. So what are these changes? 5 changes to keep track of. Number 1, change in quantity. That is the obvious one. I'm stressed about an appointment tomorrow at an 8. If we do a tapping session and at the end you're not so stressed, you're at a 4, we have a change in quantity. This is the obvious one. Now, the less obvious one, change in quality. Exactly what happened to my client. I'm still stressed, but now I'm stressed about a different problem or a different aspect of the problem. That's number 2. Number 3, change in frequency. I keep fighting with my partner. We fight every day. Oh, wait, we keep fighting, but now we fight only twice a week. That is still progress. Number 4, changes in physical pains. Almost all of us tend to have some kind of chronic pain, some kind of weakness in the body. As emotions are being cleared, as real progress is happening, some chronic pains might leave your body or substantially diminish. And number 5, change in habits. I have clients who get regular bowel movements when we have a session. I have others who actually sleep better, and sleep wasn't even their problem. These are changing biological habits. Here's how I want you to think about therapy going forward. You need a plan to track progress in therapy because your brain is blind to it. Right? Whatever you want to improve, you track in life. We don't just track in a game of football. We don't just track in a game in Monopoly. We track in the biggest game called your happiness. So let me share with you my therapy progress tracker. And I want to keep it as simple as I possibly can. So this file consists of 4 columns. Number 1, specific events from your day-to-day life. This is your triggers. This is what we will be measuring how it changes. Now, when I say specific events in life, I mean I have anxiety, I'm sad about my life is not good enough. We need something like when it's morning and I'm in a rush and I raise my voice to my kids. When my spouse says that and I get so frustrated. When I miss the train and I feel so stupid for being late again. Specific things. The second column will be all about how it makes you feel emotionally, physically, and what kind of reactions you get. I'm overwhelmed, my heart is racing, my blood boils, I'm fuming, I want to hit him, I'm terrified, I hate it, I get a headache. Specific reactions, either verbal or physical or emotional. And then the third column, we're going to measure it. You're going to add the intensity to it from 0 to 10. 0 means no reaction at all. Who cares? 1 to 3, low levels of irritation. It's still annoying. Can brush it off. Number 4, 5 is when brushing off starts getting harder and harder. 6 and 7 means you are properly triggered and you are starting to react, whether that's screaming, shouting, you want to get out, you want to be alone, whatever your reaction is. 7 and 8 mean things are out of control, you're overwhelmed by what is happening. And the last column is a date and remark, is what you will be filling in on a weekly basis with a date, and you will be writing down small reactions that deviate from your ordinary reactions. So if you are used to getting stressed and raising your voice to the kids in the morning, feeling the urge to rush, but speaking calmly to the kids, that is an out of the ordinary reaction or a small achievement. And if all this sounds like too much work, hear this. I'm giving you this tracker because this is a simple and easy way for you to start tracking. And once you get over the initial feeling, oh, this is admin work, why should I be doing this? Once you get past through it and you realize the control, the clarity that it gives you, this file is gonna be working as your source of strength and inspiration to keep moving forward. And once you get there, you're gonna come up with all sorts of fun ways of tracking your progress. You're gonna overcome this structured PDF. You're gonna do it in far more creative ways. And why do I say that? Because that's what happened with my clients. I've been working with a lady who's on the cancer journey. This lady received the final death sentence. She was given 12 months to live. She has overcame those statistics. She's actually doing great, and she's been working with me on courage, mindset. Keep your mind on it, fight it. And after the first 4 months, I actually asked her to show me in written what kind of progress she has achieved with me. But I didn't just want her words. She was very generous. She was very appreciative. I wanted her to show me in written what kind of progress we achieved. If she had to put it in written, how would it be? She said, give me some time and I'll give you something. So next time when she comes to my session, this is what she gave me. So the vertical axis is how many hours I've spent thinking about, and it's from May to September. And you can see that the thoughts about cancer are diminishing, and the thoughts about fun stuff, excuse her French, have been increasing. Now, this is my client's way of tracking her own progress, and over time, you are also going to get creative about it. And if you want to keep only one thing from this video, make it be this. Track whatever you want to improve. Your happiness matters. If you want to overcome anxiety and become one of those rare individuals who live to their full potential, confident, happy, enjoying life every day, download the tracker and start using it.